Hello everyone, I'm Goob, and this is my, you could say I don't know, late reaction slash impressions slash thoughts on Elden Ring, the recently announced with a gameplay trailer, game from Software, by the makers of Dark Souls. It was announced last night at Summer Game Fest, the kickoff to E3. So we're going to watch the trailer. I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the trailer, what I think it looks like, what I think it is good, bad, and my overall vibe. The vibe isn't good, but let's watch and we'll see how we go. Yeah. So I'll give you a quick hint that I feel like it looks a little too Dark Soulsy. Sounds stupid, sounds reductive, sounds ridiculous to say that, but I'll go into my reasons in a minute of why I think it looks a little too Dark Soulsy. Let's watch and we'll see.
The Tarnished.
Ah yes, the Tarnished, as opposed to the Ashen one, the Undead. What was it called on 2?
Guided by grace.
What were you called on Dark Souls 2?
Once lost.
I don't know, Cursed Man.
The Golden Order is broken to its core.
Visually, it looks great. Visually, it looks really good. And having Souls in an open world, it's a great idea that can really elevate the series. But take note how I'm playing having Souls in an open world. Oh hey, Twilight Princess combat. Okay, this is a good spot, I think. Hang on, let's get a better shot.
Elden Ring.
This is a good spot to start my little rant and impressions. So, visually looks great. Love the dark sort of like fantasy aesthetic. Excuse me, I got a water burp. Love the aesthetic. Love what they're going for. But, big but, you could have called this Dark Souls 4, and no one would have batted an eye. What my issue is with it is, when hearing about Elden Ring and listening and being like, oh, it's a new project from Soft, they're distancing themselves from Dark Souls, they're doing something new. I wanted something new from Soft and Miyazaki. But it looks like they've made Dark Souls 4, which isn't a dreadful thing. But I'd rather them just call it Dark Souls 4 instead of trying to rebrand it as this new Elden Ring franchise. It seems like, I've had this feeling for a while, but it feels like Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls, has been remaking Dark Souls for years, and everyone just loves it. Everyone just eats up everything he shits out, you know? It's like Dark Souls with a golden goose, and every egg it's been shitting out is getting worse and worse and worse. Again, in my opinion, the last Souls game I enjoyed was 2, which is controversial in itself, right? Because after Dark Souls 2, I was done with the franchise. I started Dark Souls 3 and I was like, oh, it's just more the same. I started Bloodborne, it's like, oh, it's just more the same in the new setting. So I was like, It was Sekiro. Sekiro at least tries to be unique in its main gameplay. The way it handles combat, Sekiro is much different to a Souls game. That's why I kind of hold that one differently. I take Sekiro with the, like, I wanted this to be like Sekiro, where like it takes the formula or like the heart of Dark Souls and turns it into more of like its own thing. But from this trailer, it just looks like open world Dark Souls. But we'll go a bit more into that in a minute.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition, someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight. And they will die. Whee! In an unending curse.
So, other classes. Yes, Souls game have done other classes before, but here's a bit of positive. I think this looks like an open world game to me. It looks like this is Dark Souls open world. I really hope they push the idea of every class being different. Like, maybe even locking off moves, you know, or locking off weapons, like like Mass Effect 1, where you could only use certain guns for certain classes. I really hope that's what they do with this game, to make each class feel interesting, because then that will make the open world exploration seem so much more unique and personal to each person. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say with that? It's like, oh, if I'm going to explore this world as a rogue, it's going to be different to exploring it as a tanky knight, you know? And it could be fun. Onto the open world aspect as well. I want to talk a lot about the open world and how I think making Dark Souls making Dark Souls an open world game is a great idea. I've never liked the story of the Souls games. I've always found them quite shallow and dull. But the way they present the plot and the way they tell you the story and the way it builds the world has always been fantastic. I think the way it does it is so much more interesting than what it is. And the Souls games are they've always been created so the player has a very set goal, a set path. Everything's orchestrated so you'll find stuff out and gather stuff at a certain pace so you can figure stuff out on your own. With an open world game, you can find it out totally different to another player. I could go right, the other player could go left, we could find out totally different things, you know? And that's really interesting to me, is that at my own pace, I could really piece together this world and explore this world, as opposed to being pushed through a world, through a linear path. I like linear games, don't get me wrong. I prefer linear games over open world games, because linear games can tell better stories, I feel. But making this an open world experience can really add to that, the way it tells stories, is what I mean. Let's continue. The first furry. Friends and or NPC summoning? Yo, this shot with the dragon. The way he puts his hand out to catch that lightning, it's just like, it flicks to his hand. Amazing. It's just the visuals of this game do look really good. The visual style, the use of colour. I really appreciate all the use of colour in this trailer.
For how else is a champion or a lord to be born?
The red. The red in this trailer is gorgeous.
Tarnished. Playing as a lord.
This looks like the last boss from Lords of Fallen.
I command thee.
Here's the picture. Hey, it's Anno Londo. Now, was it just me? Or does it look like he's sneaking? Does it look like he's sneaking in this clip? Hang on. I so hope this game has sneaking. I hope they take the stealth from Sekiro and make it a viable option, because that would be amazing.
Brandish the Elden Ring for all of us.
Elden Ring. So, January next year. I'm surprised it's that early. I'm surprised it's ready. We don't want to watch that, thank you. We watched the trailer, but let's put it on like very low volume. So Elden Ring, there's the trailer. My reaction is, looks great, wish it was a bit different. And that's going to echo my thoughts on the whole thing until the game comes out, is I was really expecting, like, I wasn't hyped for this. I say I'm kind of over the Souls series. So as I said earlier, I felt like they've just been remaking the same game. I was expecting something that didn't look like Dark Souls, but it looks like Dark Souls 4. If they named this Dark Souls 4 as a surprise and said that Elden Ring was just like a working title, or like a reference to in-game something, and it's like, this is actually Dark Souls 4, I would have, my problems would be gone. All of my arguments would be moot, because it's like, it's Dark Souls 4, but it's trying to be something different, but it still looks and plays like Dark Souls. And that's what bothers me mostly about it, is this trying to be... Who's there? No one. trying to be something different, but it looks and plays like Dark Souls. And like, only FromSoft can make these games as well as they do. There's a reason they're so beloved and so enjoyed. Is like every other studio that tries to make a Souls-like game fails, or it never captures the magic of a Souls game. The loneliness, the desperation, the everything that comes with a Souls game, it never gets it right. But Miyazaki and the team always get it right, you know? So I can see why they'd want to build upon an idea of Dark Souls, but I just wish it just didn't look like Dark Souls, you know? It's more the art design I'm annoyed with. It looks too much like Dark Souls. But hey, I also love the visuals. I think I'm more annoyed with the idea of just a Dark Souls 4. I'm annoyed that it looks like Dark Souls 4. You know, I don't know. I'm finding it hard to put my thoughts into words, honestly, because it looks great, but we've seen it all before in previous Souls games, and I think that's what disappointed me a bit. Is it just looks like Dark Souls Extreme. You know, yeah, again, like I said, only the team at FromSoft can make Dark Souls the way it makes it, so maybe my point is invalid, maybe it's silly, maybe it doesn't really matter, and the game will come out in the big game of the year, because of course it will. It's a Souls game. But just food for thought that maybe we shouldn't let Miyazaki keep remaking the same game. But hey, we don't know. We just got one trailer so far, you know? It could be it could have a different sort of gameplay feel, and then if it feels different, I'll give it that. Yeah. A little bit disappointment in the way it's presenting itself and looking like a Souls game. But overall, looks fun. I really hope they utilize the open world. I really hope that the open world is just dense with stuff to explore and find, you know? Because that could really make the game fantastic. But that was my thoughts, feelings, and impressions on Dark Souls. That was a genuine mistake on Elden Ring. My thoughts, feelings, and impressions on Elden Ring, the trailer. Again, it looks fine. Kind of wish it didn't look like Dark Souls. That's all. That's my only issue. I wish they'd either full in call it Dark Souls 4, or at least, like, I don't know, the characters look like they walk. They look like they're using the same animations for the walk cycle, you know? Just remake the animation. Like the way the characters walk like this with a torch, it's been the same since like Dark Souls 2. I don't know. It's petty. Look, everything I'm saying is such a me thing and a petty, like, my taste. And I would never want to put anyone off playing the game if they've watched this trailer and they're amazed by it. Because I would want people to enjoy it, you know? But that's just my thoughts. Maybe we should start criticizing the formula a bit, you know? And be like, well, maybe you could do something different now. Maybe make Bloodborne 2, so I actually like Bloodborne, because I don't like Bloodborne 1. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. I have nothing to plug, so take care. I love you.